And these are two. High-flying teams, Grant. Loads of athleticism on the floor. What's it like to play in a game like this?
Oh, B.A., it is the best. It's so much fun. I mean, of course, here we're expecting lots of fast breaks, dunks, just in general, a lot of action. And, of course, the fans love these type of games. I can't wait.
Now Atlanta starting 5. Collins plays the 4 with Capella at the 5. Young runs point with Murray at the 2. And it's Hunter in at the 3 spot. Here's Atlanta with the ball. And a deep 3 from Young. It's not going to go for him. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. Van Vliet outside. There's the drive. Here's Pirtle. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And that one falls for Pirtle. And as solid as Pirtle is during the game, his free throws, Grant, can be an issue.
B.A., it really limits his minutes during close games late. You know, he's right around 50% for his career. He has decent form, so there is some hope for improvement.
And the basket by Siakam.
I mean, great hustle by Pascal Siakam, fighting for the board and making sure they convert.
Outside Murray. And he comes up with a bucket.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Now here's Van Vliet. And Young with the block.
I feel for the guy who gets his shot blocked by Trae Young. He's going to hear it from his teammates.
It's stolen by Barnes. Siakam against Collins. Siakam in the post. Here's Pirtle. Another shot. Hey, rejected by Capella. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
Outside Barnes. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
That 2021 draft class was stacked with talent. You look at a guy like Scotty Barnes. He went 4th overall, a player any team would love to have.
You know what sticks out with Barnes is his versatility on both ends of the court.
B.A., let's talk about the defensive end. He is disruptive. He has a 7'3" wingspan, and he can guard 1 through 5. Offensively, he can handle, pass, and score. The sky is the limit for Scotty Barnes, B.A.
Now here's Murray. Outside Young. Back to Hunter. From outside the arc. Toronto grabs the miss. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Siakam. And then Siakam with the jam.
As a distributor, Fred Van Vliet is so effective. He knows when and where to feed his guys.
Young inside, guarded by Van Vliet. And it's Capella with the jam.
Size, explosion. He's a dangerous finisher, and we saw it right there.
Van Vliet outside. Pass to Barnes. It's stolen by Hunter. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Collins. Back to Hunter. Collins with it from behind the arc. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Pirtle's got 5 rebounds in the game. And here's Siakam. Collins defending. And then Siakam with the jam.
Assertive move by Pascal Siakam, slamming it in before anyone can contest it.
Here's Collins going inside. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got his 6th rebound on the night. Van Vliet right side. Pass to Barnes. Back to Van Vliet. Kicks it out to Anunoby. 4 on the clock. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Atlanta's gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. Collins with a screen on Van Vliet. Young from long range. Counted from distance.
Hard to defend Trae Young from out there because he's a master at creating space.
The kick out to Van Vliet. Let's go with a 3. That's no good. He's 0 for 4. Atlanta's gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Murray finds some space. And too long on the shot.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
Here's Van Vliet. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Crosses over. Hey, rejected by Capella.
What you like about Capella as a shot blocker is the patience. He waits until the shooter commits.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Raptors out in front. Up. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Raptors.
They're unselfish. They're passing the ball well, setting up teammates, playing team basketball, and their focus.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
We've got Achua. Gary Trent is out there with Malachi Flynn. Then it's Thaddeus Young. And it's Porter in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
Man, how about the career Thaddeus Young has had, Smitty?
BA, you love to have those veterans that do a great job passing out all that wisdom. And BA, Thaddeus has a lot left on the floor.
Here's Flynn. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game. Trent for 3. And the Raptors, another 3.
Wow, a quick shot by Gary. The defense, they had no chance.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
The free throw off the mark from Trent.
You know, this Hawks team really does score the ball well. Lots of dynamic players on this team, and Young has made a huge difference in their production.
Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head, force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Offline with a 3. So about Atlanta, just how far can this team make it?
Well, BA, there's no question they'll be efficient on the offensive end. The question is, can they put everything else together and be a complete team? That'll ultimately be the difference.
And here are the Raptors now. The Hawks getting their last shot to go. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Out to the right wing, to the inside. Outside Bogdanovich. And here's Griffin outside. Sends it home from three-point land. Griffin's got his first 3 points of the game.
Not just a scorer, Bogdanovich shows excellent feel as a playmaker. That was a nice find.
Outside for Porter. Pass to Achua. Back to Porter. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
One of the keys to Porter's development, becoming more versatile offensively. There, he attacks in the lane.
To the wing, right side. Here's Flynn. And Bay pulls it down. Griffin left side. Fires for 3. Knocks down the triple. Griffin's got 6 here in the quarter.
Quality pass from Sadiq Bey, recognizing the overcommitment and making the D pay for it.
Here's Flynn. And when you're trying to slow down a top scorer, often the game plan is to get physical. Grant, you would know better than anybody. What's it like in the trenches here?
Well, BA, it's interesting. I mean, it can wear on you. It's a mental challenge. When you're in the trenches trying to slow down a great offensive player, it really becomes a battle of wills. You have to stay focused. You have to be disciplined. And most importantly, you just cannot take a play off and allow a great player to get going.
May passes to Bogdanovic. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Porter with it. Now Bogdanovic defending. Porter in the post. Bogdanovic on him. Porter gets the bucket. And now it's a 9-point Raptor lead. Out left to the wing. Inside. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Now, BA, you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Outside Young. Here's Flynn. He's got 5. Here's Trent. Outside for Porter. There's Young with the 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
There's always been a level of savvy to Porter's game. Beautiful pass.
Bogdanovic passes to Griffin. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. Precious Achiuwa picks one up. So Toronto ends up going with a new group. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Collins comes in for Bay. Murray's checked in for Bogdanovic. And it's Trae Young in for Forrest. The Hawks trailing. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Good.
Great find by Trae Young, one of the more instinctive passers in this league.
Siakam finds Barnes. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Siakam. The 3 ball. The rebound by the Hawks. Here's Young. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. And now just a 4-point Raptor lead.
Great.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be...
The Hawks, 25.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And for Toronto, they're shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. And you look at the numbers Murray puts up, Grant. He's a threat to post a triple-double on any given night.
And I love that about him, BA. I mean, he brings it in every aspect of the game. He doesn't hunt stats. The game just finds him. With his steal rate, might be the best bet to put up a quadruple-double in the league one day.
On the floor for Atlanta. Young runs point with Murray at the 2. Hunter is the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Siakam. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Atlanta's gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line. A chance at a 3-point play.
The effort on that play from Hunter manages to get everything he could hope for.
Free throw good. Hunter. No team has had to make more sacrifices than Toronto during the pandemic.
You are right about that, BA. I mean, they had to change their home base to Tampa. In essence, they spent an entire season on the road. It was tough for everyone, but the Raptors faced some big challenges.
Here's Anunoby. No good that time. Great D that time from Murray. Here's Atlanta with the ball. It's a 1-point game. Back to Capella. And the slam dunk by Capella.
What separates Capella is his quick jumps around the rim. Tremendous athlete.
Outside Anunoby. Pass to Siakam. Van Vliet outside. And here's Siakam. Hey, rejected by Capella.
In the 2021 playoffs, Trae Young was unreal, leading the Atlanta Hawks to the Eastern Conference Finals. The first-round series against the Knicks was memorable.
And Smitty, Trae Young in New York, electric against the Knicks.
He was, B.A. He was taunting the crowd in the Mecca. We saw another level of Trae Young, the ability to be the man in a series, doing it on the biggest stage in New York City.
Achua's checked in for Toronto. Down low. Van Vliet, the pass to Achua. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Now here's Van Vliet. Pass to Achua. And Clint Capella picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Here's Van Vliet. Achua with a screen on Young. Van Vliet, the pass to Achua.
You know what separates Capella defensively is his quickness for a big man. That's a nice stop.
Oh, it's blocked by Barnes. Achua passes to Van Vliet. Outside Barnes. Oh, they need this. The shot no good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. It's tipped. Pass to Hunter. Into the lane. And he dunks it down.
What an athlete. Love seeing Hunter get up for that flush.
Van Vliet outside. Puts up a three. Atlanta with a rebound.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
And Collins with the jam.
Dunk contest level jam. Collins looks like he's having fun out there.
Van Vliet, the pass to Siakam. Barnes with a screen on Collins. Here's Siakam. And a foul called on. And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed.
The previous play is under review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Collins against Anunoby. Right side Young. Hunter on the wing. Back to Young. To the paint. Oh, got a piece of it. And they're on the run. Here's Anunoby.
OG's a tricky cover. Has strength, has quickness, and just still learning the game.
And the first one at the line is good. And it's hard to overstate the impact OG Anunoby has on defense, Grant.
Hey, B.A., an absolute terror on the wings. I mean, he has great length, moves well, just one of the best one-on-one perimeter defenders in the league.
And it's a completely new group for the Hawks. Griffin passes to Bay. Another three for Atlanta.
And they're playing rock-solid basketball right now. Really starting to see that lead grow.
They have just nailed their halftime adjustments. That's for sure. They don't want to have to sweat this one out. They're looking to pull away.
Here's Flynn. Anunoby for three. Okongwu with the rebound. Here's Atlanta with the ball. They've gone on a 16-2 run, not allowing much. Right side, Bogdanovich. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the middle. Here's Achua. Forrest with a rebound.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does. Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
His first personal foul. Third team foul.
The first one falls. The Raptors making a switch here. Good on both.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Here's Flynn. Pirtle. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Got to be on the lookout for Pirtle crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks closing out this quarter with a 7-point. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Atlanta's gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Jakob Poeltl out there with Thaddeus Young. Then there's Gary Trent. Then there's Otto Porter. And it's Flynn in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Hacked on the shot, and he'll head to the line. Young. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Smart ball handling from them in this one. Passing around to get ahead of the defense and putting it in the hands of ready shooters.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense.
To the left side wing. Okongwu inside, covered by Poeltl. Okongwu, no good. Toronto trailing. Here's Flynn. To the inside. It's stolen by Bogdanovich. And a fast break now for the Hawks. And then Bogdanovich with the dunk.
Sensational read from Bogey. Not afraid to take chances on D.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Poeltl in the post. Okongwu on him. Pass to Trent. 5 on the clock. Oh, they get a hand on it. The Raptors need to get off a shot, and they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. And the Raptors making a change here. Van Vliet's checked in. Here's Young. Outside Murray. Young finds Collins. Outside Murray. Back to Collins. And Collins gets double teamed. Just 4 to shoot. Murray for 3. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. It's going to go on Thaddeus Young.
You know, I feel a lot of players get labeled as guys who can do a little bit of everything. DeJounte Murray has more than earned that label.
And the Raptors making a change here. Siakam's checked in. It really has been striking the improvement Murray's shown every year, Smitty.
BA, his scoring keeps going up. His assists are up. He's one of the best rebounding point guards in this league. And his confidence is trending up just like his stats.
Here's Poeltl. Rebounded by the Hawks. Capella's got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Murray. Takes a 3. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. It's going to go on Gary Trent.
Well, we know Murray lives with the ball in his hands. That's what makes his improvement at the line so crucial.
And Clint Capella takes pride in his defense. He knows what he's on the floor for. He will never back down from a challenge and doesn't take plays off.
And here's Van Vliet. To halt the run. Atlanta with a rebound. Capella's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And with Capella in his defense, he's a vocal leader on that end of the floor, Grant.
Well, he will hold guys accountable in the locker room. Capella knows it takes 5 committed players to play great defense, and he wants everyone on his team to buy in.
Something that sets John Collins apart is his mental toughness, and you see it on the defensive end. When he locks in, he's a different player.
Van Vliet, the pass to Poeltl. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Van Vliet on the wing, guarded by Young. Van Vliet misses. Collins' focus also keeps his stat line sharp, Smitty.
BA, he usually carries a high shooting percentage. He doesn't get lost in the moment, and they know they can count on him.
BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Siakam outside. Trent outside. Siakam against Young. Offensive board. Goes up again, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Tough to contain Siakam around the rim. He has underrated strength.
And now it seems Siakam is in his prime. How do you see his place in the league, Grant?
Well, I really like him, but he seems to be an elite second option. Not sure if you want to build an entire offense around him, but certainly has proven to be an important piece to a championship-level team.
And here's Hunter for three. Hits a three-pointer.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Hawks.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, BA, it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And no question this was a team effort, but you have to love how big a night this was for Clint Capella.
I'll tell you, his shot blocking made a big impact. Whether it was on the ball or rotating over to help, he provided the intimidation factor this defense needed.
And when John Collins takes off from the floor, you can feel your hair start to stand up.
One of the most explosive players in the league with this incredible liftoff. A strong step to the rim, and he can demolish anything in his path. Simply an electric player at times.
And here are the Hawks now. They're on a 17-1 run. Young with it. Now Porter defending. And it's Collins penetrating. The kick to Hunter. Three-pointer. He can't get that one to fall. And Toronto will come the other way. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. Pirtle finds Van Vliet. And there's the drive. Back to Pirtle. It's stolen by Hunter. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Murray. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And it's the Raptors with the ball. Here's Trent. Soft touch off the glass.
Fights his way through the trees. Gary Trent Jr. with a nice finish.
And it's Murray finishing it off.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Pirtle. And so it's Atlanta easily grabbing this one. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith.
Please be courteous.
Meet tonight.
Two of the top fast break teams in the league, Kevin. As far as keys, limiting turnovers is going to be big because they each want to get out and run when they get the chance.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the point. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you watch the way that Siakam plays. It can get you in the open court or in half-court sets. Great forward who gives you a little bit of everything.
And for Siakam, Greg, he almost epitomizes the modern forward.
And that's not to say he's the best forward, but he displays all the skills you now expect from that position. Solid player who any team would love to have.
Gobert gets the bucket.
And the bulk of Gobert's offense is going to come down low. Even if the D knows that, it can still be tough to stop.
Van Vliet kicks to Pirtle. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Minnesota ball.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now the pass to Towns. Towns is doubled. Gobert in the corner. Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. Greg, when you look at Toronto, they have a lot of length and defensive switchability.
They swarm opposing stars and tend to make it very difficult in those passing lanes. So a great profile for a modern NBA defense.
6 on the shot clock. Outside Edwards. From the arc. No good that time. Good D by Anunoby. Stolen by Conley. Gobert finds Conley. Gobert with a screen for Conley. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Towns is doubled. Outside Edwards. Driving the lane, and Edwards with the stuff.
Defense gets burned by Edwards' ball handling ability. I mean, this guy's athletic and can really move.
Van Vliet outside. He feeds it to Pirtle. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet.
There's no stopping Pirtle when he has the ball in that spot. Just abusing the defense down in the paint.
Gobert with a screen on Van Vliet. Conley the pass to Gobert. And Pirtle sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pirtle. It's Edwards on the wing. He's guarded by Anunoby.
Boy, that 7-foot frame of Pirtle, guys, really helps on the defensive end.
Somehow misses the one-handed flush. Van Vliet kicks to Barnes. Beyond the arc. And there's Van Vliet on the assist by Barnes.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Conley finds Towns. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, I tell you what, so hard trying to corral Towns. He's got excellent strength, good feet, good hands, and he's got a will to score the ball that you've got to appreciate.
Hey, guys, how about the dominant young career Karl Anthony Towns is having?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table.
And finished off by Siakam.
And great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
Van Vliet against Conley. Passes it to Towns. Towns is doubled. Out to Conley. Shot clock at 3. Here's McDaniels. Towns trying to get open. Shot by McDaniels. No good. Here's Van Vliet. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Timberwolves trail by 3. Edwards looking it over. Down low. Here's Gobert. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Anunoby against Edwards. Now here's Van Vliet. Tight defense on him. Pirtle, the pass to Van Vliet. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And it's Conley with the ball for Minnesota. They trail by 1. 40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Edwards. Back to Conley. Jacks up a 3, and the 3 ball is good.
It's Conley's ability to hit the long ball that makes him such an asset. Stretches the floor and creates space.
Van Vliet. Gobert with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Minnesota making some changes. Trent outside. The kick out to Young. And he gets it back. Pass to Flynn. Back to Young. Clock at 6. There's the pass to Boucher. Goes up again. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Young out there with Porter. Then there's Chris Boucher. Then it's Gary Trent. And it's Flynn in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Here's Flynn. Trent outside. Goes up on the high post. And too long on the shot. Minnesota leading by 4.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
Noel passes to Reed. Inside. They shoot again, and it's good on the layup. Reed's got the lead up to 8 now for the Timberwolves.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
Trent kicks to Flynn. For the 3. Here's Young, and he lays it straight in. Young's got his first points in this one.
You know, you look at Thaddeus Young, his motor on display there on the boards. One of the reasons he's carved out such a productive long NBA career. Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
It's Prince on the wing, guarded by Porter. Passes it to Noel. There's the drive. Here's Reed. And another three for Minnesota.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Now here's Flynn. D right on him. Porter passes to Flynn. Off target from outside. Timberwolves leading by 6. Prince outside. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Prince, a really solid athlete, throwing it down nicely there.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Porter in the corner. Trent kicks to Porter. Outside Flynn. Fires the three. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to Reed. To the middle. Here's Alexander Walker.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Young against Anderson. Prince outside. There's 47 seconds left in the first half of the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting box.
Young looking around. Lets it go with a three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's Noel. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Now, here's Reed. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
8 seconds left in the first half. Siakam outside. And it's off from three-point range. And we've reached halftime in this one. Timberwolves ahead. Thank you, David. And we'll be...
17. The Timberwolves. 29.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Clark, just a few years ago, we saw a lot of teams toying with small ball lineups. But I think you'd agree unquestionably, big men are back.
You know, Kevin, I would agree because simply when you look at it, there are a lot of really high quality big guys that can do it inside and out. And so going small is a less frequent approach at this point. And it's one that poses a lot of challenges in my mind.
So on the floor for Minnesota, underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the 1. Conley for 3. He can't hit that time. And Toronto will come the other way. They get a hand on it. Anunoby passes to Van Vliet. Siakam sets a screen for Van Vliet. The kick out to Barnes. Toronto working the ball around now. Here's the three. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down to 11 on the bucket from Van Vliet.
And you have to appreciate the confidence. Van Vliet wastes no time shooting the rock when he is in that groove.
Conley with the three, and they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Sometimes it's just better to concede a rebound instead of fighting through the guy and getting called for over the back.
Yeah, I agree. And you've got to have a sense of when you're not going to be able to get to the ball. That just wasn't a smart foul.
Van Vliet finds Anunoby. Got a piece of it. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for Minnesota.
You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive. But recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that.
Siakam misses. Timberwolves leading by 11. And now the Timberwolves on the break. The shot by McDaniels, no good.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Here's Siakam. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Siakam's got 6 points. And for the Timberwolves, Clark getting the #1 pick in the 2020 draft certainly helped their turnaround.
Yeah, that's rocket fuel when you're trying to move up, and they got a good one, a special one in Anthony Edwards. That guy is going to help them take major strides forward. This is an organization clearly on the rise.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Minnesota's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Gobert double team, and Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Van Vliet.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Here's Towns over Siakam. Towns, no luck. Raptors trail by 11. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
And Fred Van Vliet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin Van Vliet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load, increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that. No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Timberwolves shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
The Raptors are only a few years removed from its championship in 2019. Boy, a lot has changed since then.
Van Vliet deciding where to go with it. And the Raptors miss again. Minnesota leading by 13. Out to Conley. Three-pointer. Barnes grabs the miss. A lot of change. Toronto is without some of the key pieces from that title team, and it wasn't that long ago. But, Greg, they haven't had to go through a full rebuild. There are some remaining parts.
Listen, the talent they have is still undeniable, and they've got a good mix of young up-and-comers and players in the prime of their careers. When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Anunoby kicks to Siakam. Shot clock at 6. They double team Siakam. Van Vliet wide open. Drains the three-pointer. Van Vliet's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Raptors. Over in the corner, Edwards. Back to Conley. High post, Gobert. Outside Conley. And so it's Minnesota enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The forwards are Barnes and Siakam. Anunoby out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Pirtle in at the 5 down low. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. To the left side wing. Back to Edwards. Plays it up and banks it in. Edwards got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Timberwolves. Raptors trail by 14. VanVleet outside. Anunoby in the corner. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive stop.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Edwards against Anunoby. Edwards dishes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Right through the contact. Gobert's added so much strength since being drafted back in 2013. It's helped all facets of his game.
And he makes that one.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Conley against VanVleet. Now here's Edwards. Guarded close. 6 to shoot. Conley with it. Now guarded by Virgil. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the length of Gobert can be so difficult to deal with. And that's why you have to be physical with him on defense.
So both teams making some changes here. Stolen by Michael Conley. At the elbow, it's Gobert. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And the defense has been disruptive, forcing turnovers, challenging shots. The turnovers they've been able to turn into points, too.
Here's Siakam. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one is on Towns.
I'm just so impressed with Siakam's offensive improvement over the years. I mean, he's mastering the ability to play in attack mode.
Minnesota leading by 14. Conley, the pass to Edwards. From downtown, it's good from long range. Edwards got 5 points in the quarter.
And, you know, for Edwards, it's about hitting the 3 consistently. This will help take his game to the next level.
Barnes kicks to Anunoby. Kicks it out to VanVleet. Lets the free fly. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one.
2 minutes remaining in regulation time.
Edwards against Barnes. It's Edwards on the wing. Towns against Barnes. It's stolen. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Pass to Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
A high-level athlete with underrated burst. Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
Towns sets the pick for Edwards. Outside, Towns. Back to Edwards. And stolen by Siakam.
Coming out here tonight and making a statement. Really good work all around
for Minnesota.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
This team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Rudy Gobert.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And so Gobert will bring it up for the Timberwolves. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. And the Timberwolves lead by 17.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Stolen by Michael Conley. Got a piece of it. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession.
Timberwolves substitution. Nas Reed. Torian Prince. Mikhail Alexander Walker.
27 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Outside, Towns. For three. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Everyone, and peace.
home. State Farm. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point. Well, in the 2020-21 season, Clint Capella showed how valuable he can be, Brent.
Yeah, he led the league in offensive and defensive rebound percentage. And for his career, he's averaging double digits on the glass. But that season, B.A., man, that was ridiculous, even by his standards. After being drafted 19th overall in the 2017 draft, John Collins continuing to exceed expectations, which has contributed to what he does in terms of his workload.
Now here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. Collins has developed into much more than an athletic role man, Brent.
Yeah, you're right, B.A. The fact that he only attempted 1 3-pointer in college and now is just letting him go here in the league. The guy is an efficient scorer from everywhere on the floor.
Inside, Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
And just so mobile at his size. Once Gobert sets the screen, he rolls hard to the right spot.
Murray with it. He's picked up by Edwards. And it's Murray finishing it off.
I guess you don't need 2 hands when one will suffice.
Hey, as long as you don't lose control. Outside Edwards. Pass to Towns. Lets it fly. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him.
Well, Towns was the perfect selection there. He's always ready to strike with a quick shot.
Outside Young. Hunter against McDaniels. Back to Young. They kick it out to Murray. Just 5 on the clock. Jacks up at 3. And there's Collins on the assist by Murray. Collins has got 5.
Collins does a nice job there preparing for that shot using his base.
And Edwards, here we go. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Well, after the first-round exit in 22, the Hawks front brass admitted perhaps they've been too complacent with the roster. So that changed this summer, trading for an all-star in DeJounte Murray. He can make a big impact with his two-way talent. Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
And both free throws good for Edwards. And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity, and he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
The kick out to Conley. He shoots it, gets it to go from the corner.
Just a smart offensive player. Conley is aware of when he should look to rise and fire. Whew, I love it.
Murray passes to Capella. It's blocked by Gobert. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Edwards. 6 points for him. To the paint. And the jam by Gobert.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And the Hawks call time here. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Young, the pass to Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Just do your work, try to get open, and Trey's going to find you.
Minnesota in the lead. Conley with the ball. Down low. Here's Gobert. The kick out to Conley. Driving in. Pass to Edwards. From downtown. The rebound by the Hawks.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game. And what a phenomenal replay of that impressive rejection.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
Murray passes to Hunter. 40 seconds left in the first.
On defense, Gobert expertly uses his size and length, making himself into a wall.
Young against Conley. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And DeJounte Murray is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. 16 seconds left now in the first quarter. Now Edwards. 6 points for him. Hey, rejected by Capella.
And Capella, one of the best shot blockers in the NBA. You can see his timing on that play.
First one falls for him. Atlanta making some changes here. And he makes both free throws.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves closing out this quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Minnesota?
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now, that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. Jalen Noel out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Kyle Anderson. Then there's Taurean Prince. And it's Reed in at the 5. Well, you know it takes courage to draw charges. Guys get trucked all the time, and they still call a blocking foul. You think more of those should be no calls, Grant?
You know, B.A., courage is the right word. If you're willing to step in there and sacrifice your body for the sake of the team, you know what? If you don't give them a charge, I prefer the no call. I like that idea.
Back to Alexander-Walker. Just 5 to shoot. Driving to the basket. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I don't know if you would consider this, but he's got such a nice touch around the rim. Maybe you foul him there?
Griffin outside. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their second winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success.
So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game, but I think it's really the intangibles, building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
Back to Prince. And here's Reed. Pass to Anderson. And stolen by Bay. Okongwu, high post. That one goes. Count it.
And Bay with a good effort to just move the ball and keep his teammates involved.
Here's Alexander Walker. Reed with it. Banked it in off the glass. Reed's got 5.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
The Hawks trailing. Here's Bogdanovich. Oh, and Reed with a block. Pass to Prince. Intercepted. And here's Bay. Beyond the arc. And so the ball out of bounds. Bay touched it last. And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Now here's Conley. Launches it. They get it again. Over to the wing. To the middle. Here's Gobert. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. 6 points for him.
Just an aggressive move by Gobert, protecting the possession and getting the second chance look.
Collins with it. He's picked up by Conley. And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Left side Murray. Towns against Collins. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Murray. Pass to Capella. And some solid defense from Towns. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Yeah, we've seen Conley do this forever, running the point with precision.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt. And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot. And you know what, Trae Young? He almost embraces being the villain to other teams' fan bases. It's like he feeds off the fans heckling him on the road.
Here's Capella. Pass to Collins. Back to Young. Up and over Conley. No good off the glass.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And DeJounte Murray is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Left side Conley. Gobert with a screen on Young. For 3, Conley. Drops in the 3. Conley's got 7 points.
Well, Conley can be a volume scorer from the arc. The defense can't let him just have those opportunities.
Here's Young. It's blocked by Gobert. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Daniels. Fires from deep. Collins with the rebound. Hunter against Edwards. Here's Capella. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Yeah, you could tell Hunter knew he was open, did not hesitate to find him.
Left side Edwards. And so it's Minnesota in command. Allie, as always, thank you.
17, the Timberwolves, 30.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We've seen Mike Conley really having a great game.
There's virtually nothing you can do to stop him. I mean, you can't even contain him. He's been that great.
Yeah, I don't know if you have enough game plans to slow him down. How do you guard a guy that good?
The tandem on the perimeter, Murray and Hunter. Collins plays the 4 with Capella at the 5. And it's Young in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Here's Murray. And the Hawks tack on 2 more.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
It's Edwards on the wing, defended by Murray. Edwards has gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. Pass to Murray. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Here's Collins. And he was fouled. And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of
The previous play is under review.
disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
5 to shoot. And a deep three from Young. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. Minnesota in the lead. Edwards with it. He's got 6. And he drives in. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That one on Murray. He throw good, Edwards.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Young finds Collins. Outside Murray. Back to Collins. Uncovered. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Collins has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, here's the problem. He's shooting the lights out, but they're still behind. They need another guy to step up.
Here's Edwards. Young with the defensive effort.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Towns for 3. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got 5 rebounds tonight. Collins outside. Young, the pass to Capella. Back to Young. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Murray against Conley. 4-3. Hunter with the rebound. For Atlanta, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Inside, Murray kicks it out to Collins. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Murray's got his 4th assist in this one.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
McDaniels, that's good.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance. That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Outside Conley. Here's Towns. Up and in on the layup. Towns has got 6.
What a beast inside. When Towns gets in tight, he's almost a sure thing.
And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Brad?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often. Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Here's Towns. And he's going to... And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video.
The previous play is under
There's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Now a timeout called by Minnesota. You know, before they moved to Atlanta, the Hawks had a lot of playoff success. They made the NBA Finals 4 times in their first 12 years, and they won a championship, Brent.
Yeah, recent years haven't been as kind, but they're getting back in the mix there, and it's been a half-century since they've gotten to the finals. They have some special players on this team, and the Hawks fans are really desperate to see them compete at that level again.
And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. Pass to Okongwu. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
He misses the free throw.
Taking 2 shots.
Good on the second one. 26 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Noel. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Pass to Reed. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Here's Forrest. Now Bogdanovich. To the paint. 4 seconds left. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, Bogdanovich can score, but where he gets real dangerous is when he becomes a playmaker like that.
And so it's Minnesota. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. We've got Jalen Noel. Torian Prince is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Reed in at the 5, roaming the paint. Bay outside. Pass to Forrest. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And that's a nice pass from Bay, willing to do whatever he can to help his team.
And here's Anderson. Here's Prince. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Pass to Forrest. Oh, from deep. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Alexander Walker. And he can't get that one. Good D by Bogdanovich. Atlanta's gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Bay from long range. He can't hit that time.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Back to Reed. Pass to Noel. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Rejected by Okongwu. And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Goes up off the inbound. And it's Murray finishing it off.
That's a good, solid heads-up play from Hunter. Finds the spot-up ready man.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Conley. Back to Edwards. Shot clock at 5. From deep. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Now here's Young. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Over to the left wing. Now here's McDaniels. Pass to Towns. McDaniels, a screen on Collins. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go on DeAndre Hunter.
Almost 7 feet tall. Towns has the length to get to the line. A tough guy to guard.
So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. 1:56 left in the game. Murray with it. Young from long range. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Young's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Edwards. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he ends up making the second, and that increases the lead to 6. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Young, the pass to Collins. Back to Young. Collins inside. Towns on him. Misses in close. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. Pass to Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Trae Young not afraid to make passes like that. Great vision.
Outside Edwards. Here's Gobert. Here's Towns. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on Murray. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, they were so aggressive from the start, getting the ball into the painted area. Now, they stuck to their game plan, and it paid off.
But they've also put an emphasis on driving inside in this game. The defense hasn't been able to stop them from finding those gaps.
Good on the first, and that trims the lead to 6.
One of the truly elite offensive players in the NBA, Trae Young can carry a team and more with that shooting and playmaking.
He showed a lot of composure that trip to the line. Now it's almost a 1-possession game.
Outside Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Just getting inside as a wing can help you out a lot, and Hunter right there forces the defense to foul.
First free throw is good, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And both free throws good for Hunter.
Yeah, just a fruitful trip to the line. He's made this a 1-possession game.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
So the first one drops, and that gives him a 4-point cushion.
Well, Conley could put this team in a good position here. He's just got to relax and trust his mechanics.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're losing by 5. 11 seconds left in the fourth. All right, guys, what do you think?
Score quick, then foul. Then you have to hope for some missed free throws.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
An awesome athlete. It's fun watching Gobert get up and hammer it down with force.
And a deep 3 from Young, offline. So we see the Timberwolves get the win here. Just a gutsy performance.
On 2K Sports. You know, the first thing you think of with both these teams, Greg, their athleticism. Some high flyers on the court tonight.
And, Kev, it's not just about the aerial skills, though. There are some guys out there who can flat out wear you down with their ability to run the floor.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. The forwards are Barnes and Siakam. Anunoby out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Pirtle in at the 5. VanVleet outside. On the wing, Anunoby. Atlanta with the rebound. Collins with it. Pass to Murray. Hunter on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Bucket is good.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
And one thing, Greg, we know Capella has always done, he plays to his strengths.
It's a great point, Kevin. Capella knows where he's best and really focuses on that. Can help the team with minimal touches on offense, but he really anchors a defense by not overextending.
Here's VanVleet. After the basket by DeAndre Hunter. Stolen by VanVleet. Siakam outside. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Good work defensively by Capella. To the paint, here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
Oh, nice to see a power forward like Collins throw it down. We know he can hit a 3, but go with the easy hoop.
Kicks it out to VanVleet. And there's the call on John Collins. That is his first foul of the game. And And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
For three, Van Vliet.
And right there, Young may never have the physical tools to be a great defender, but his competitiveness overrides it.
Stolen by Van Vliet. Drops in the breakaway layup.
I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
The Hawks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Hunter against Barnes. Hunter no good.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
And the pass to Anunoby. Barnes outside. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Atlanta with the rebound. Capella's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the Raptors doors with one of the elite front offices recognized in the NBA.
And Kevin, because of that, a highly paid one as well. Remember, a recruitment battle, not just with the NBA, but English soccer to keep their leadership intact. But the track record is there to justify that top billing, no doubt about it.
Van Vliet finds Pirtle. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Clint Capella.
Well, terrific use of the pump fake by Pirtle. He gets his man in the air, draws the contact. That move is just so effective.
And you look at Jakob Poeltl, great touch and presence inside the paint. Can get you with a move or just power his way to the hoop.
And Atlanta has possession. And it's Murray with the chain.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
So it's Toronto now, following the bucket by the Hawks. Kicks it out to Siakam. Pass to Barnes. The 3. And Siakam gets it to go on the assist by Barnes.
Well, you can see he is not shy from range, and Pascal Siakam continues to work on his consistency.
Shots good from Young. And Greg Pirtle has so many options to score inside.
And that's why he's such an efficient scorer, Kevin. Very composed at the rim. Doesn't need a lot of time to get his shot off inside.
51 seconds left to play here in the first. Collins dishes to Young. And a miss there on the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Anunoby in the corner. He kicks it to Barnes. Shot clock at 5. Here's Pirtle. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in.
Well, the hard work on the offensive glass pays off for Jakob Pirtle. Like to see that mindset from the big man. Goes back up strong as soon as he gets his hands on the basketball.
Back to Young. Outside Collins. The kick out to Young. Shoots over Van Vliet. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And
the previous play is under review.
Be certain he beat the buzzer.
And now that we've gotten a chance to see it in slow-mo, I think the ruling has to be that he did not beat the buzzer with that shot.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired while the ball was still in his hand.
And even if they don't...
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Hawks ahead. They're up by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Atlanta.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter, we've got Otto Porter Jr. Young out there with Chris Boucher. Then it's Gary Trent, and it's Flynn in at the point guard.
I think the thing I like best about Otto Porter, his versatility and long arms, because it allows him to impact the game in so many ways.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Outside for Griffin. Pass to Bay. Boucher with the rebound. Toronto trailing. Young outside. From outside the arc. Second chance effort, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, Young is used to taking punishment. This guy is especially effective inside.
He's off on the second.
I think any time you can stretch your NBA career over a decade, that is a serious accomplishment. Consider Thaddeus Young, 16th year in his career. Incredible.
Bay finds Bogdanovich. To Bay. This one for 3. They grab their own miss. Second chance shot. And Boucher sends it back. And stolen by Bogdanovich. To the inside. Griffin. And that one is off. So the Raptors will take it the other way.
As for Thaddeus Young, a big contributor everywhere he's gone.
Greg, this guy, 13 straight years, averaging double digits in scoring. He was a starter in many of those seasons, and now kind of assumes that role of the grizzled veteran, passing on all that hard-earned wisdom.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. And here's Hunter. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. And the basket is good.
A sneaky score in the lane. Young will give you a steady diet of floaters and off-balance shots that defenders just miss getting a piece of.
He was all alone on that one. Barnes has got the lead up to 2 now for the Raptors.
Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
Collins finds Murray. Young outside. Outside Collins. Shot clock at 6. Driving to the basket. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Young's got 4 assists in the game. Now Van Vliet. Over in the corner, Barnes. Pass to Anunoby. Well, if there's one thing, Greg, that defines a modern NBA big man, it is mobility.
And they've got to be able to move their feet and really play in space. Otherwise, they just can't stay on the floor in today's game.
Here's Capella, and Pirtle sends it back.
Active defense from Jakob Pirtle, that's the key. When he stays active and alert, blocks are going to be there for him.
Anunoby kicks to Siakam. The pass to Pirtle. And Capella over to help, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
1:25 left in the first half. The Hawks have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Young way outside. The long distance 3 is buried. Young's got 7 points.
Really clever with the basketball. Young so advanced offensively. Excellent pull-up jumper there.
Kicks it out to Siakam. Back to Van Vliet. The Raptors need to get a shot. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Well, I know he doesn't have to get too high to slam it home, but it doesn't take away from the force and the message sent on the dunk.
Here's Murray. Back to Young. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. In the corner, it's Hunter. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Here's Murray. And foul on. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review it.
The previous play is under review.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion
after review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking and the game continues on.
Trent's checked in for Fred VanVleet. Toronto's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Siakam inside. He's guarded by Collins. Pass to Anunoby. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch. And that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Young up top, defended by Trent. The offensive rebound. Here's Capella, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Scotty Barnes picks one up.
And the defense Capella provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate.
It's deflected and stolen by Murray. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a
20.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Collins and Capella man the post position. The guard pair, the talented Young and Murray. And it's Hunter in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Anunoby. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
Back to Murray. Another shot, and it's blocked. And he keeps control of the ball. And here is Barnes. Boucher finds Barnes. It's Trent on the wing. The kick out to Barnes. And Gary Trent gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. The Hawks leading by 6. It's so hard, isn't it, Doris, to define Scotty Barnes's position? Point forward would probably, I guess that'd be correct.
I guess, Kev, and it almost doesn't matter, right? Because what we know about Scotty Barnes is he's got big-time talent. He can make plays, he can get downhill, he can rebound and run with the basketball in his hand. And think about it. He is a guy still with so much upside. Imagine when he locks in completely and understands the NBA game. Sky's the limit.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
The son of an NBA vet, Gary Trent Jr.'s game is very different than his dad.
Well, obviously, Gary Sr. had more size and therefore was a post player in a different generation. The younger Mr. Trent, an excellent shooter from deep. Pretty much the opposite style of play.
Trent against Young. The feed to Capella. Back to Young. And he converts the layup. Young's got the lead up to 7 now for the Hawks.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Trent against Young. Now, here's Anunoby. He's guarded closely. He gets it in there.
Well, Chris Boucher, the ability to score, even though there's bodies around him, that's an impressive finish.
Collins, a screen on Trent. Outside Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Barnes passes to Trent. Passes to Anunoby. Pass to Boucher. 4 on the shot clock. Back to Anunoby. Lets it go from deep. And it's John Collins with the rebound. And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. 1:46 left in the third. Young finds Collins.
With soft hands and great recognition, Collins is the ideal big for a pick and roll.
Here's Trent. Three-pointer. Atlanta with the rebound. Outside Collins. And there's the pass to Hunter. The three. That's good from Collins on the assist by Hunter. And now it's a 12-point Atlanta lead. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to Boucher. Will it go? Hits it from three-point range. Boucher's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's unselfishness from Trent Jr. We know he wants to score it, but when your teammate's that wide open, just simply put the ball where it needs to be.
Atlanta calls timeout. Both teams deciding to change it up. The Hawks leading by 9. Here's Forrest. No points in the game yet for him. Outside, Bogdanovich sinks the three-pointer.
And this is why Bogdanovich has a permanent green light from the arc. Frankly, the team expects this from him.
Van Vliet up top. Passes it to Pirtle. And here's Barton. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Barton, no luck. The Hawks have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Outside, Bogdanovich. Back to Bay. Pass to Bogdanovich. From deep three-point range. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's John Collins making highlights for the Atlanta Hawks. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So for Toronto right now, Bill Barton is out there with Fred Van Vliet. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. And it's Young in at the 4. Porter passes to Poeltl. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Hawks leading by 12. And Vliet brings the double team. Griffin looking it over. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Back to Griffin. There's the triple. Nice D from Porter. Raptors trail by 12. Van Vliet kicks to Pirtle. And there's the drive. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. The pass to Young. Outside Porter. Porter can't get that one to fall. Atlanta is shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Bay passes to Forrest. Hawks passing it around. Not 3 off the mark. Toronto's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Count that one from Van Vliet.
You love the confidence of Van Vliet to take that shot. It's not just confidence, that's shots. That was so deep.
Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. And that sends Sadiq Bey to the free throw line. It's on Thaddeus Young. And the free throw, no good. Raptors trail by 11. Van Vliet on the wing. He's defended by Bey. And a wide open look for Porter. Young taking his time here to the middle. Here's Barton, who's back up. No good that time. Murray with the defensive effort. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Atlanta Hawks. Hunter, no one around him, knocks down the 3-ball. Hunter's got the lead up to 14 now for Atlanta.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
Pirtle with a screen on Murray. Barton kicks to Van Vliet. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And when the stakes get high and you need a big shot, we know how dependable Fred VanVleet is.
It feels to me, Greg, like the bigger the moment, the more dangerous Fred VanVleet is. We've seen him so many times knock down so many huge shots. Doesn't matter the setting, Eastern Conference Finals or NBA Finals. This guy, the very definition of fearless.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That is his first foul of the game. Young against Van Vliet.
Well, when you have size at your disposal, you've got to use that to your advantage. And Jakob Poeltl throws that shot off there.
Hunter with the screen on Young. Porter with the steal. Fast break Toronto. Van Vliet with it. And guarded by Capella. Van Vliet passes to Porter. Back to Van Vliet. Launches it. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Van Vliet's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Toronto. Young is double. Collins dishes to Young. And Pirtle sends it back. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. And Van Vliet launches it from deep. And the Raptors hit again from deep. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Raptors.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Murray, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And here's Young from the arc. It's not going to go for him. And Atlanta will come the other way. Here's Hunter. And it's Hunter with the jam.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Van Vliet passes to Young. Stolen by Collins. One-on-one here. Here's Hunter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr.
And there, just through activity, Hunter keeps the pressure on the defense.
And both free throws good for Hunter.
You've got to show composure, and he comes through right when the team needs him most.
Here's Trent. Achua. Yep, it's good.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. this presentation. Steve, as we know, this should be a battle of the backcourts, and you know something about that. Who did you, when you played, love to face and play against?
Well, two of the guys that come to mind right offhand as far as backcourt players was Michael Jordan and Penny Hardaway. Love facing those guys. And then at the end of my career, I love watching Allen Iverson, not gardening.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. The forwards are Barnes and Siakam. Fred VanVleet out there with OG Anunoby. And it's Pirtle in at the center. Gobert. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. You have to admire the energy with which Rudy Gobert attacks the glass.
Kevin, well, his stats reflect that tremendous effort. He averages some crazy rebounding numbers, using not just his size, but also his expert timing.
VanVleet looking around. Cloak loose. Edwards against Pirtle. Towns, a screen on VanVleet. Over to the left wing. McDaniels finds Edwards. 5 on the clock. Back to McDaniels. Out to Edwards. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And slam dunk by Gobert.
I mean, he's tailor-made for those pick and roll sets. Gobert, a big-time finisher on the move.
Conley against VanVleet. Pass to Anunoby. Now the dish to Pirtle. VanVleet passes to Barnes. Well, good with the triple. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. VanVleet wide open. And the Raptors miss again. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And here is Conley. And there's the pass to Towns. Conley kicks to Gobert. And stolen by Barnes. VanVleet outside. Pass to Siakam. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Edwards. Outside, Towns. Another shot. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
The long arms, the positioning. Towns is excellent at knowing how to gobble up those second chance opportunities.
Kicks it out to Siakam to end the cold streak. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Nice move. Towns, no luck.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
And the shot is good.
Just what you expect from Pirtle inside, using his size to get to a close-range shot. Looking at the Raptors roster, basically the entire squad is under 30. Their key players are extremely young, a great sign for the future.
Here's Anunoby. Gobert with the block. Here's McDaniels. No points in the game yet for him. Yeah, youth is on their side. And Smitty, since winning that title in 2019, the Raptors have totally turned over their squad.
Kawhi, Kyle Lowry, Serge Ibaka, all have left Toronto, Kevin, replaced with much younger players. Give Toronto's front office credit for retooling quickly.
Conley kicks to Towns.
And it's the size and mobility of Towns that makes it so hard to deal with, especially when he's looking to score.
The Timberwolves have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. He's perfect from the line this time.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Trent passes to Porter. Back to Trent. The kick out to Porter. Takes a 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Passes it to Towns. Good on the triple. Towns has got 7 points in the game.
And few 7-footers in the league have Towns' shooting touch. This is the guy you want to create for time and time again.
Porter passes to Young. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one is on Towns.
Yeah, the defender all over.
This is his first free throw of the game. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota.
And very quietly, Young just continues to be an efficient player. A multi-talented swingman who does a little bit of everything.
Flynn against Prince. The kick out to Porter. Out to the right wing. Achua, the pass to Young. From the arc. And so the first quarter is in the books. Timberwolves lead by 4. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Timberwolves, what do you guys think?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yes, you know this, GA. Back in our day, and any day really, if you don't block out somebody, you will sit down.
So for Toronto right now, the forwards are Barnes and Siakam. OG Anunoby is out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Pirtle in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Barnes kicks to VanVleet. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. That shot misses. And Minnesota now the other way. There's Noel. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And when people talk about defense, the term boxes and elbows comes up a lot. Great for our audience. Can you explain what that's about?
It's a great point, Kevin. And listen, the 2 defenders on what we call the boxes, that's down in the low post area. You see those 2 boxes down at the end of the free throw line. And then you have the 2 defenders on the elbows. That's the edge of the free throw line. The idea to close down the paint.
In this first half, he is really falling in love with the 3. So far, not paying dividends.
McDaniels dishes to Edwards. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's foul number 2 for him. Mike Conley's checked in for the Timberwolves. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Gobert with a screen on VanVleet. Conley's shot is off. Raptors trail by 8.
Just a solid contributor. Mike Conley has continued to age, and he looks far from done.
GA, he's terrific, especially at setting the pace and orchestrate an offense. Also solid at realizing how to get his teammates involved. A selfless distributor who looks to make his guys better. It's all about change of speed for Fred on his drives. That's how he makes it past defenders.
Buries the long-range jumper. VanVleet's got 8 points.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Towns, the pass to Gobert. And it's in there. 6 points for Rudy Gobert.
And how about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
Here's Siakam. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim.
I mean, no one really near him, but still, he's able to knock down the off-balance shot.
Edwards passes to Gobert. No good that time. And Toronto will go the other way with it. VanVleet outside. Here's Anunoby, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
As a distributor, Fred VanVleet is so effective. He knows when and where to feed his guys.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Easy for me. They've made the most of their opportunities by getting to the line, and they are knocking them down as well.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Prince is checked in for McDaniels. And it's Noel in for Mike Conley. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Alexander Walker's checked in. Outside, Porter. Here's Flynn. No good. That would have tied it.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
And here's Anderson from the arc. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Outside Flynn. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And again, no good by Toronto.
Great perimeter D. Gave a good shooter absolutely no room to operate.
Here's Anderson. And the layup's good off the glass. Anderson's got 4 points this quarter.
Trying to become a better scorer on all 3 levels. This time, Anderson attacking the interior.
Flynn kicks to Trent. 1:04 left in the first half. And here's Young from the arc. Just 4 to shoot. Porter, no luck. Minnesota leading by 5. To the paint. The alley-oop layup, very well done.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
Here's Flynn. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Noel passes to Alexander Walker. And he's off on his first shot of the game. And so it's Trent with it. He brings it up for Toronto. Porter in the corner. Kicks it to Flynn. Back to Porter. Porter double team. And the shot goes in. Now it's just a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
That is a terrific play by Porter. One of the more efficient guys in the game. Shows it again right there.
Pass to Anderson. Young with the steal. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thank you, David. And we'll be...
23. The Raptors. 20.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Fred VanVleet really making a difference here.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Takes it out to Siakam. Hurdle inside. Defended by Towns. And here's VanVleet from the arc. Timberwolves leading by 3. Here's Edwards. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And even when under duress, Edwards stays calm, which is what allows him to still score on tough defense.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. VanVleet passes to Siakam. Just 3 to shoot. The Raptors need to get a shot. It's stolen by Edwards. And stolen by Siakam. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Kicks it out to VanVleet. And they'll get another chance. Now Siakam. He feeds it to Barnes. Clock at 4. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Chris Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Trent comes in for Fred VanVleet.
Improving as a passer, Siakam showing a willingness to get it to open teammates.
Out to Edwards. Cranes the three-pointer. Edwards got 5 points now in the quarter.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Boucher passes to Anunoby. Trent outside. 6 on the shot clock. Raptors moving the ball around. Conley with it. He's picked up by Anunoby. McDaniels with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Towns. And Boucher sends it back. Anunoby in the corner.
2 minutes remaining in the
Trent
third.
against Conley.
2 minutes.
Anunoby kicks to Barnes. Trent with the wide open look. And that one goes long.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time. And when you talk about Chris Boucher, an impressive forward who brings a lot to the table.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Scotty Barnes picks one up. And Boucher is one of those guys that you love having in your rotation.
Kevin, he can score, rebound, and defend very well, and has shown a willingness to want to get better, which is something you love to see.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Taurean Prince comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Noel in for Mike Conley. Here's Alexander Walker, defended by Trent. Another miss by Minnesota. Raptors trail by 5. Young inside. Towns on him. And Young kicks to Flynn. It's Trent on the wing. And Gary Trent gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Anderson, he's checked in for Towns. And the Raptors also making a change. Boucher is checked in. 41 seconds left to play in the third. To the left wing. Anderson kicks to Prince. Back to Anderson. The pass to Prince. Over quarter. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. 26 seconds left in the third quarter. Trent outside. Back to Flynn. Pass to Young. Trent left side. The 3. It's hauled in by Noel. Out to the right wing. Prince wide open. And the last shot of the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And we've reached the end of the third. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
Malachi Flynn.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. They've got Gary Trent. There's Boucher out there with Young. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. And it's Flynn in at the point guard position.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants. Keeps the ball moving.
Noel. Covered by Flynn. Noel passes to Alexander Walker.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
Anderson. From deep. He can't get that one, so the Raptors will take it the other way. Inside. Flynn dishes to Porter. And the Raptors call time here.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse told his team. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. Rejected by Van Vliet. He gets it in there. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Anunoby against Edwards. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
And this is Edwards' game. When he's aggressive and trying to score, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
And Edwards drops them both. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Raptors. Trailing here by 8. Bertle sets the pick for Van Vliet. Kicks it out to Siakam. Uses the glass to finish the lane.
Physicality is no problem for Siakam. He pushes off the contact and gets it to go.
Passes to Towns. Siakam pulls it in. Raptors trail by 6. For 3, Van Vliet out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Conley kicks to Edwards. Back to Conley.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Shot clock at 5. Back to Edwards. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
And so here's Toronto. 8-point game. Van Vliet passes to Siakam. Gobert with the block.
The wingspan of Gobert is huge, and he uses it so well to deny shooters.
Gobert with a screen on Anunoby. And finished off by Edwards.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Van Vliet passes to Poeltl. Top the key, Barnes. To the inside. 6 to shoot.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Timberwolves.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Anthony Edwards.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout. To stretch out the defense, you just need enough guys on the floor who can make that shot.
Raptors foul. Craig Van Vliet. First personal foul. Third team foul.
So the first one drops, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
What an outstanding defender. Gobert's combination, in my opinion, of size and length is tough to match up against. Big moment at the line. As poised as you get, this thing is done.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And a deep three from Van Vliet. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
He's off on the first.
He's always been a tremendous defender, in my opinion, and he knows he's going to knock down his free throws. But now Fred Van Vliet has emerged as a terrific all-around scorer. He can pretty much do it all.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. Some good moments throughout this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
basketball. We expect this one to be intense, with two very athletic teams giving their all to capture the win, Clark.
And they both like to play a very fast-paced, energetic game, running hard, trying to score easy buckets, and that will lend itself to the condition. Whoa! How about the force of that dunk by Capella? Wow.
Down low. Here's Gobert. Three-pointer. Atlanta with a rebound. Pass to Young. Here's Collins. And Collins with the slam.
And this is how unselfish Young is. When he sees an open teammate, he gets them the rock.
Towns is screen on Murray. Edwards, a pass to Towns. The shot, no good. Collins with the defensive effort. And here are the Hawks now. 4-point game. And we're about a minute into the first. Murray from outside. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
You know, they're not willing to give Murray any easy buckets here. D'ing him up as tight as they can, even if it means fouling.
Good on the second one.
Something you can't put a price tag on, the Minnesota Timberwolves game last season, playoff experience, young guys getting accustomed to the crucible of postseason play. Extremely valuable.
And the Timberwolves call time here. And he makes all 3. So, Clark, would you say playoff experience also raises your regular season play?
I don't think there's any question about it, B.A. I never had a chance in my short career to play in the playoffs, but I covered a bunch of them as a broadcaster. There's a different electricity. There's a different intensity. There's a different feel in the locker room. You learn not to back down. You learn to work through adversity, and you learn to play under pressure.
And Clint Capella picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Gobert. They need this. And the layup is good.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Outside Murray. Pass to Hunter. Outside Young. And he buries his first look.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Outside Edwards. Outside Conley. Outside Edwards. And no good. So the Hawks will take it the other way. The kick to Hunter. Back to Young from about 16. Edwards pulls it in.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
There's the triple. Rebound Atlanta. Now Young. Collins outside. Shoots. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Pass to Towns.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
The 3 is up. Capella with a rebound. The Hawks leading.
You know, when he referred to himself as the greatest big man shooter of all time, Karl Anthony Towns certainly raised some eyebrows and sparked some debate in the NBA fraternity.
Here's Murray. Got it. Good job in the low post. Murray's got 5.
Right there on display for you was Clint Capella's continuing growth offensively. Eyes up, ready to make the next pass before he got the ball.
Edwards, a pass to Conley. There's 1:17 left to play in the first quarter. Back to Edwards. A shot to stop the drought. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. You know, with Towns, there's no doubt he's a lethal shooter from downtown.
Well, the numbers don't lie, man. This guy, B.A., has been around 50, 40, and 80 throughout his career. 50% field goals, 40% three, and 80% free throws. Tell me how many big guys can match up with those numbers. Very few.
Minnesota's gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Here's Edwards. It's not going to go for him. Great D that time from Murray. To the paint. And Collins with the slam.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Here's Edwards. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
You know, with his strength and body control, Edwards should be an and-one machine at this level.
There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Capella. Out left to the wing. Here's Collins. And the layup is good off the glass. He has 6.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. They're
Please give a big round of applause for the Hawks.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
Jalen Noel out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Torian Prince. Then there's Kyle Anderson. And it's Reed in at the center position, filling out the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Here's Anderson. Atlanta with a rebound. They've led by as many as 11. To the right side. Griffin in the post. Prince is there. Here's Bay. Takes it inside. Oh, and Reed with a block. Here's Bogdanovich. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in.
This is Bogdanovich's game. Catch, shoot, score.
Pass to Reed. Back to Noel. And confidence is such a critical component. How much does it help to have a head coach who really believes in you as a player, Clark?
B.A., I think it does add, and it adds to your own confidence level and it infuses you. But self-talk is the most important talk. But when it's supported by your coach, I think now you've got the best of all worlds when it comes to confidence.
Here's Bay. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
To the inside, Anderson. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
For Atlanta, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Picked up by Okongwu. Inside, and down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Pass to Prince. 5 to shoot. Back to Reed. Here's the 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time, right in the shooting pocket.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Forrest can't hit. The Timberwolves trail. Here's Brent. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Pass to Alexander Walker.
2 minutes remaining in the half.
Rejected by a Kongwu. And that'll be Minnesota's ball as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves able to keep the possession. And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. The Hawks have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Collins outside. Conley against Young. Pass to Capella. Back to Young. 6 to shoot. The Hawks need to get one up here. That three's off the mark. 1:31 left in the first half. McDaniels passes to Towns. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul.
Showing determination inside. Towns absorbs the contact and gets the whistle.
And the second free throw is good. Atlanta calls timeout.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
The Hawks leading.
Let me hear you give it up to your Timberwolves dancers.
Outside Young. Pass to Hunter from outside the arc. He can't get that one to fall. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Edwards with it. Checked by Murray. Murray against Edwards. Here's Towns. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
You know, this is exactly why they give the ball to Towns down there. I mean, his combination of size, agility, and shot repertoire makes him hard to deal with.
Left side Young. Kicks it out to Collins. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
McDaniels passes to Conley. 23 seconds left to play in the second quarter. To the middle. 4 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here.
The defense tries to stop Conley with the foul, but he shows great poise and manages to get it off.
First one falls for him.
At the line for Minnesota, Mike.
He's off on the second. Right side Hunter. Tries to snap the cold streak. Right side Murray. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Conley.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands too.
It'll count. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Hawks ahead, up by 2. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
For the Jabberwockies.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Quincy.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rack.
Murray passes to Collins. Back to Murray. Shot clock at 5. Towns with a rebound. So it's Minnesota now. Outside Edwards.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
And both free throws good for Edwards. The Hawks trailing. Here's Young. Uses the glass on the layup. Young's got 6 points.
And although Young is a smaller guard, he doesn't lack confidence, even amongst the trees.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. From deep, Conley drains the triple. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Young against Conley. From deep. Young can't hit. Minnesota's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. And the foul on DeAndre Hunter. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Young against Conley. Pass to Gobert. 6 on the shot clock. Minnesota calls timeout.
Make some noise for the First Avenue Breakers.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
For Atlanta, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Outside Murray. Pass to Collins. Oh, and Towns with the block.
Using all of his height to smother the shot completely. Emphatic block that time by Karl Anthony Towns.
4 on the clock. Here's Young. Edwards against Murray. Now here's McDaniels. Off target with the 3.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Oh, it's stolen by Towns.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Outside Conley. From the arc. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. And stolen by Gobert. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's Towns. Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
Towns with the creativity and explosive.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And it's a completely new group for the Hawks. And Atlanta shooting the ball at 46% from the floor. Bogdanovich from long range. Reed with the rebound. And here are the Timberwolves. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. You know, Naz Reid initially went undrafted in 2019.
Hey, B.A., that happens to plenty of talented guys. The NBA is a hard league, and a lot of good players have to sometimes go through things to make it. Luckily, systems like the G League give players like Naz Reid an opportunity to grow and go there. So you keep growing like Reed did, and eventually you might find yourself in the NBA.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Minnesota's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Here's Prince. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
You know, once Prince gets good inside positioning, he's going to work.
Here's Bogdanovich. Reed with the rebound.
That's a rarity for him, especially against a soft defense.
Here's Prince, defended by Griffin. Kicks it out to Anderson. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Bogdanovich. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Powered down as the whistle blows. 3-point play opportunity.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
15 seconds left in the third. Prince. They grab their own miss. Pass to Griffin. This for the tie. That one doesn't drop. Here's Prince. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got it close. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Nas Reed out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Taurean Prince. And it's Noel in at the point. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Alexander-Walker with the bucket.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
And the Hawks shooting 40% so far in this one. There's Bogdanovich with the 3. Atlanta gets it back. Ooh, and he took a hard foul. And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these
Taking 2 shots.
Previous play is under the
disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. John Collins checked in for Bay. Hunter comes in for Griffin. Murray's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Young in for Forrest. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He said, we've got the upper hand, so let's not waste it. Keep getting stops. Keep finding buckets. So the message is, it's not over yet. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. It's McDaniels on the wing. And the 3 off target.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And it's Collins off the drive.
Whoa! Did you see that? John Collins. A little bit of sauce on that slam.
Murray against Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Come on now, what a talent. Slips through the lane and just flushes it home.
Oh, the D feeling some shame right there. That was big league.
Well, I tell you what, you just got to sit back and admire the creativity there.
Conley passes to Towns. Pass to Gobert. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And now a 7-point Timberwolves lead. Collins passes to Murray. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Young against Conley, and Young draws the double. 5 on the clock. Okongwu, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Conley against Young. Here's Gobert. Rejected by Okongwu. Murray finds Collins. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
Oh, a high flyer. Collins playing above the rim, and and then coming down with force.
Outside Edwards. Gobert up top. Hunter against McDaniels. The three. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for three.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
The Hawks making a switch here. Capella's checked in. And a deep three from Young. And they'll get another chance. Murray from outside. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws. It's on Anthony Edwards. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
The way they've been able to consistently get past the defense and to the cup has been most impressive. They've almost made it look pedestrian.
And I also have to praise them for their three-point shooting. They're showing a lot of confidence, letting them fly from deep.
Here's Edwards. Oh, a clear foul there on the... And with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use their coach's challenge, asking for a review. This could be a big call.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after
the previous play is under review.
There's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls, but at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And the Hawks making a change here. Bay's checked in. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop. The deep three from Murray. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Fires for 3. The rebound by the Hawks. Capella's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. The kick out to Young. Pass to Bay. The 3 is up. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Young's got his 4th assist in this one.
And Young isn't just a scorer. He also takes pleasure in creating opportunities for others.
Edwards against Murray. They get it back to the left side wing. Towns for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Game on the line. Towns lets nothing stand in his way.
Kicks it out to Collins. Kept alive by Atlanta. Capella. Left side Young. Lets it go from deep. Cash. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
You see the trust Young's guys have in him. When they need a bucket, he gets it for them.
Murray against Edwards. Towns down low. Yes!
Man, how about the cool, collectedness of Town? Helps him come through when the game gets snug.
Stolen by Collins.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
Bay passes to Murray. No good on the 3. It's Edwards with a drive. Oh, blows the flashy windmill jam. Young from long range. Oh, nails the triple.
Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the 3 in transition.
And so it's Minnesota who scrapes by with a win. What a performance they had here at home today. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaFleur.